Most English learners do not sound boring because their English is bad. They sound boring because their stories have no motion. And today, we fix that. With one dead truck, one brutal desert road, and one grammar pattern that makes your English instantly sound more real. Hey guys, welcome back to Mr.D English, where we make English sound natural, useful, and like something a real person would actually say. Today we're talking about one of the best storytelling patterns in English: past continuous and past simple. Yeah, grammar, but stay with me because this one actually matters. This is the difference between sounding like a textbook and sounding like somebody who lived through the story. All right, picture this. Jake Morales was driving his old pickup truck through the desert. Long road, no traffic, no buildings, just heat, sky, and that weird silence you only get in empty places. The sun was hammering down. The air was shimmering above the road, and everything felt fine. Until it didn't. His truck started making a noise. Not a small noise. Not a maybe it's nothing noise. No, this was the kind of noise that makes you turn the music down for absolutely no reason. Like somehow that's gonna help. The engine coughed. Then it rattled. Then it gave this ugly little clunk. And Jake just went, no, 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 not now. The truck kept rolling for another few seconds, slower, slower. And then, that was it. Dead. Just completely dead. And honestly, that moment is awful. Because for maybe 2 seconds, you still believe you can fix it with optimism. So Jake turned the key again. Nothing. Just a click. That sad, useless click. Now, listen to this sentence. Jake was driving when the truck started making a strange noise. That right there, that's the pattern. Was driving, that's the background. Started, that's the event that cuts into the background. That is why this structure sounds so good in stories. Because life usually works like that. Something is already happening, and then boom, something interrupts it. So when you say, I was driving when the truck died, or I was walking home when I saw the accident, or she was cooking when the lights went out, that sounds natural. It sounds lived in. It sounds like a real memory. So Jake opened the door and stepped out into the heat. And the heat hit him immediately. You know that feeling when the air itself feels aggressive? That. The sun was burning. The road was glowing. His shirt was already sticking to his back. He looked left. Nothing. He looked right. Still nothing. No houses, no gas station, no cars, no people. Just road and sky and bad decisions. He grabbed his half-empty water bottle, stood there for a second, and probably had that exact thought we all have in stupid situations. Okay, cool. This is fine. Even when it is very much not fine. So he started walking. And again, notice what's happening with the grammar. The background uses past continuous. The sun was burning. The air was shimmering. His shirt was sticking to his back. Those details create the scene. Then the main actions come in with past simple. He opened the door. He grabbed the bottle. He started walking. That contrast is what gives the story movement. Without it, everything sounds flat. Too many students do this. They say, I was walking, I was looking, I was thinking, I was feeling, I was wondering. And after a while, it just sounds heavy, like the story never lands. Because past continuous is not for everything. It is for the background, the scene, the action already in progress. Past simple is what moves the story forward. That's the engine. Well, in Jake's case, not the engine, because that thing is finished. But you get me. That was a good joke. I'm keeping it. Jake kept walking. A few minutes passed, then a few more. The heat was getting worse. His legs were starting to feel heavy. He took a tiny sip of water, looked up again, and for a second, he thought he saw something out on the road. Way off in the distance. At first, he wasn't sure. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe it was just the heat messing with his eyes. But then, he saw it again. A shape. A sign. And behind it, a small building. Now, at this point, if I'm Jake, I'm not acting cool anymore. I'm talking to that building. I'm like, please be real. Please be real. Please don't be some weird desert hallucination. He kept walking. The sign got clearer. The building got bigger. And finally, yeah, it was real. A gas station. A tiny, lonely gas station in the middle of nowhere. And Jake actually laughed. Not because anything was funny, just because the stress finally let go. That happens, by the way. Sometimes your body doesn't know what to do with relief, so you just laugh like an idiot for 5 seconds. And honestly, fair enough. Now listen to another natural sentence. He was walking down the road when he noticed the gas station. Again, same pattern. Background action, then interruption, then movement. That is why native-level storytelling often feels so clear. Not because the grammar is complicated, because the timing is clear. So let's make this super simple. Use past continuous for the scene or the action already happening. I was driving. She was sleeping. They were talking. It was raining. Then use past simple for the event that happens during that scene. The phone rang. The truck stopped. I saw a dog. Somebody shouted my name. Put them together and the sentence suddenly feels alive. I was studying when my friend called. We were eating when the power went out. She was running when she fell. See how much more natural that feels? It gives your listener a little movie. First, the camera is already rolling. Then something happens. That's the whole thing. And honestly, this is why some English stories sound robotic. People give events, but no background. Or they give background, but no clear event. So everything comes out flat, like a list. This happened, then this happened, then this happened. Technically okay, but not vivid, not human, not memorable. What you want is contrast. The scene was building, then something happened. That's storytelling. So here's your takeaway. Past continuous sets the scene. Past simple delivers the hit. Use them together, and your English starts sounding less translated, less stiff, and way more natural. And here's the best part. You can practice this with your own life immediately. I was sleeping when. I was walking to work when. I was talking to my friend when. We were eating dinner when. Real stories are the best practice. Always. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me on Mr. D English. And hopefully your English sounds better than Jake's truck. See you in the next one.